Hi, this is Gilles, the radio proper. Oh, there's a bit of wind today. So we're in the field today, and I am testing a tuner, an automatic tuner from Banggood, and that's this one. It goes from I think 1.8 to 30 megahertz, so the whole of HF. I think it has a limit of 100 watts, and once again, it's automatic. So you just basically turn it on, and it will tune, whichever frequency you're on. I have used Banggood for quite some time now, and some people might say, ordering at Banggood's, but I have to say I placed about 200 orders with them so far. Lots of drone parts. I'm not sure they have a lot of amateur radio stuff, but I never had a problem, so I can definitely recommend them. Never any issues with Banggood, and I'll put the link in the description below. So basically, not much to it. It's once again, it's automatic, and I'm going to talk a little bit about automatic tuners because there are some things that you have to be careful about. This one only has a reset and tune button, and it has a screen that gives you the power, the SWR, and the impedance, which is great. It's a little, I think it's an OLED screen, and an on and off button. So here's a view of the inside. We have a bunch of relays here, toroids and capacitors on the other side. And I have to say it looks pretty well built. The toroids have a little glue on them so they don't move. Same thing for the wires here, and everything is neat and tidy. So yeah, looks pretty good on the inside. And here you have a similar tuner here. This is a, I guess it's the competition, so to speak. And this one, it looks to be a very similar circuit built, very close, but you can see that it's not exactly the same level of attention here. The Banggood one here is definitely better built. This one, and that's Frederick's tuner, and he says it doesn't work as well as the one I have here. So you can see the difference here on the left. The wiring on the left and the one on the right, the quality of the build is better on the one on the right, definitely. On top of that, this one has a connector for a wire antenna here, which is pretty cool. Alright, so I'm going to try a CB antenna, so it's cut for 27 megahertz, but I'm going to tune it on 14 megahertz. Alright, so it's plugged in. I have the ICOM IC, which one is that? IC 725. That's Frederick's transceiver. Let's see, I'm going to check the SWR here first. 1.47. Oh, and it did tune. Awesome. Down to 1.19. So perfect. Alright, here is a close-up. Let's see if I can focus a little bit better. Very fast. Yeah, awesome. Works awesomely well. Foxtrot 4 Whiskey Bravo Yankee. Foxtrot 4 Whiskey Bravo Yankee. Over.
Okay, Foxtrot 4 Whiskey Bravo Yankee. Good afternoon. This is Delta Kilo 6 Victor Charlie Oscar. The name is Tor Tango Hotel Oscar Romeo. QTH in northwest of Germany at the German North Sea coast. Your signal is not very strong. It's about S1 or S2, Roger.
Roger, Tor, thank you very much. I'm here in the mountains north of Nice. Not a whole lot of power, and my antenna is not a 20-meter antenna, so that explains. Here you have a pretty good signal. You're about 5.7 here in the south of France. Over.
Okay, very nice. The signal was 4 and 2 during the last hour. I'm running about 600 watts into a simple dipole antenna. It's a wire 40 meters long, Roger.
Very good. Here I only have about 30 watts, 35 watts into a vertical. And my name is Gilles, Golf India Lima. Thank you very much for the contact. Back to you.
Foxtrot 4 Whiskey Bravo Yankee DK6 VCO 5 and 3, the last over 5 and 3. No noise level, so I copied it with quality 5. Thank you very much for the short QSO. Enjoy the day and hope to meet you again, Gil. F4 Whiskey Bravo Yankee Delta Kilo 6 Victor Charlie Oscar 73.
Thank you very much and have a great day. 73 Foxtrot 4 Whiskey Bravo Yankee, over and out.
Thank you. Au revoir. Bye-bye.
Alright, so Patrick happens to have a 9-to-1 Unun. So we're going to try that. And I have my 15-meter wire. So it's not going to be a half wave on either 20 or 40 meters. And we'll see if the tuner can easily tune that, but I have no doubt. Alright, so let's try the tuner on 20 meters. I have my 9-to-1 Unun, Patrick's 9-to-1 Unun with my 15-meter wire. And I'm going to press the PTT button. .3 tuning 1.04. Hey, perfect. Awesome. So, well, it does work really well, apparently. Foxtrot 4 Whiskey Bravo Yankee. Foxtrot 4 Whiskey Bravo Yankee.
Foxtrot 4 Whiskey Bravo Yankee 59064.
Alright, so that was Hungary, and on a 15-meter wire, 9-to-1 Unun, good contact. It was a contest, but hey, I pretended to be in the contest. I wasn't. So, oh well. But I had to test it, right? So now I'm going to try on different bands. Alright, let's tune the same wire on 21 megahertz, 15 meters. Let's see. Bingo, 1.2. Excellent. Well, I don't find anybody on 15 meters. We can go and have a look maybe on 40 meters because, yeah, I think everyone is participating in that contest on 20 meters, so nobody on 15. Let's try 40 and let's see if I can find someone, and we'll see if it tunes, but it certainly tunes on 15. Alright, 40 meters, 7.163 megahertz. Let's see if it tunes. Bingo, perfect. Bonjour, ici F4 Whiskey Bravo Yankee. Est-ce que vous me recevez?
Florida 5, Papa Hotel Yankee, concurso.
F4 Whiskey Bravo Yankee.
Florida 4 Whiskey, s'il vous plaît.
F4 Whiskey Bravo Yankee. F4 Whiskey Bravo Yankee, bonjour.
Oui, bonjour, Florida 4 Whiskey Bravo Yankee. Vous êtes 59 019. 59 019, Roger.
The tuner does tune fine on 20 meters and 40 meters, and guess what I want to try now? I've never made a contact on 160 meters. I want to see if that tuner is going to tune on 160 meters, so 1.8 megahertz, and we'll see if I can, tune and with a 15-meter wire. Let's try it. Alright, so I'm on 1.845 megahertz, 160 meters with a 15-meter wire, which is very short. I don't know if it's going to tune. Let's try it. .2. Awesome. Well, I don't hear anybody on 160 meters, but that's a night band. It's not a day band, really. About automatic tuners. Something that you have to be careful about is that automatic tuners usually don't have a bridge in them. So for short moments when the relays click and the electronics try different circuits, different impedance, different toroids coupled with different capacitors, for brief moments you can have a very high SWR. So I definitely suggest that either you use a bridge, a 50 ohm bridge with your automatic tuner, or that you reduce the power of your transmitter so that in case you have a high SWR, you don't have so much power that's returned to the radio and you don't risk frying your final transistors. So definitely something to be careful about with auto tuners. They can see brief moments of high SWR. Something to consider also using a tuner is that, people ask me sometimes, where should I put my tuner? And that goes for automatic as well as manual tuners. The best place to put the tuner is at the antenna. Why? Simply because you have cable losses. So if you have a cable, let's say 50 ohms, of course we use 50 ohm cables, but the impedance of the antenna is higher or lower, it's not 50 ohms, so you have a mismatch in the cable. Well, you're going to have losses inside the cable. So if you place the tuner at the radio, which of course is more convenient, there's no doubt about that. You can operate your tuner, it's close to you, especially some tuners like my Elcraft T1, for instance, you have to press the button, then you have to run back to the radio, and if you're lucky, you can press the PTT button before the thing goes back to not outside of tuning mode, and that's a big problem. This one would work fine because you don't have to press the button for tuning, so that's great. You can place it at the best spot, which is at the antenna. So what is this tuner good for? Well, first I thought, is it good for portable operations? I'm not quite sure, because if you, of course, you use a very, very small radio, it's not a big tuner, but it's not the smallest. It's not as small as, some very small manual tuners. So maybe not a solution that you're going to take into, in a backpack with you. But definitely, I would not hesitate to use it in a, I would say, transportable fashion, meaning that you're not going to carry it again in a backpack, but you might have your radio in your vehicle. You're going to set up at a park somewhere, a local park, like something like Field Day. So you're going to, it's not going to be a problem if you have a little tuner like this. Keep in mind that it needs external power, so 12-volt external power, which is something else to carry around. I mean, of course, you can have a splitter in your power supply, your battery pack, and that would definitely work fine. And that's about all I can say about this tuner. It's again a very simple device. It works really well. It's affordable, which it's always a good point for me. And I'm pretty happy with it. So definitely no hesitation there. Have a good one.